Remember? I got you, brother. Remember when Peter came to Yahawashi? He said, man, your name's gonna be Stone now. You know, real quick.
Matthew 16 and verse. Can I start at 16?
Please.
Actually, I'll start up.
Yeah, start up. And then Ramav got one and Krazak got some.
I'm gonna start at 13. Matthew 16 and 13.
Man, if you ain't living for the Lord, what the hell you living for? You know? You got it.
And when YAHAWASHI came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, whom do men say that I, the Son of Man, am?
Oh, we're going into reincarnation. Did not the scribes and the Pharisees go to John and say, who are you? Are you the prophet? Are you this? We've been here before, man. We've been here before, you know? So it ain't a hard thing to push some shit to the side. You got motherfuckers walking away from the truth for some woman. You had a woman before? You had kids before?
Multiple.
What? Multiple. That you don't know nothing about. And now you want to act like that shit way more than this? You don't see the bigger picture, my man. You gotta have vision, you know? Before Thanos come and take that vision out. Hear that?
It says, and they said, some say that thou art John the Baptist, some Elias, and others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets.
Who's Elias? Elijah. They were looking for him. Real quick, can you get is it Luke or John?
Luke is John.
It is John. Get John, yes. Can you get John real quick? Read that again. Bro, that's how you know, just like now. What are we looking for? We're hastening for YAHAWASHI. They were doing that back then. They were looking. So the Bible is not only, you know, a comforter, it's an instruction manual. How people right now, they be Pokemon going. Well, we can read the Bible and walk. He that runneth that what? Read it. You got, no, go to it. I'll show you. I know where it is. Right here. Right here. Read that again.
It says, and they said, some say that thou art John the Baptist, some Elias, and others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets.
Yeah. So they were in the spirit to look, but Hebrews 4, it wasn't mixed with faith. That's why they kept looking. Right? Now watch, read this.
St. John chapter 1 and verse 40.
Yeah.
And it says, one of the two.
Wait. You getting it, Gabar? You going to that? Or you getting something else?
I was going.
Okay. You call it for him? Yeah. It's John the first chapter, brother.
Yeah. Verse 40.
St. John 1 and verse 40.
Yep.
And it says, one of the two which heard John speak.
Now, one of these two is just John's disciple. You see? Because John had men, and then some of the men went with YAHAWASHI. Because John was preaching YAHAWASHI. What are we doing now? We're ushering in the second coming of YAHAWASHI. Right. Yep. He was bringing in the first. He said, here is the Lamb of God, man. That's a faithful man. Yep. And then you got wicked ass niggas, man. Those are antichrist. That's when you're allowed to use the C word. You know how your parent, they allow you to cuss. Yeah. Read that.
St. John 1 and 40. One of the two which heard John speak and followed him was Andrew, Simon Peter's brother.
Oh, and what's beautiful, we're holding Matthew 16, which you fast forward what YAHAWASHI did for him. Keep going.
And it says, verse 41, he first findeth his own brother Simon and said unto him,
what did he say?
We have found the Messiah.
We have found the Messiah. We found him, man. And now we found it, you know? We found him. Read it again. So meaning what? They were looking for him. Yeah, they'll see. That's why YAHAWASHI said, if you believe in Moses' writings, you know?
Right.
Man, read that.
St. John chapter 1 and 41, he first findeth his own brother Simon and said unto him, we have found the Messiah, which is being interpreted the Hamashiach.
Yep. And that's the point. Yeah, I just wanted that quick point, you see? So they were looking for him, man. Yep.
This is Matthew 17 and verse 10. Matthew 17 and 10. And his disciples asked him, saying, why then say the scribes say that Elias must first come?
Oh, see? Because there's a prophetic timeline that has to take place. Good example. What's going on right now in Israel? I'm sorry, brother. Israel and the Palestinians, Israel, right? Yeah. Now I was excited, but when they said ceasefire, I knew that had to take place. Why? Because we still need the mandatory marking. Because what's going on could lead to the third woe. But there's things that got to take place before that. And one major one is what? The marking of the beast. So you can't trip like, damn, they said ceasefire. Right. They had to. Right. Because the angels are still holding back the winds.
Everything got to be played in order.
You got to, you know? Okay.
And
I want Matthew 16 after.
And Yahawashi answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall first come and restore all things.
Yeah.
But I say unto you, that Elias is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them. Then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist.
Man, so that right there, so the Bible talks about reincarnation, which is not a damn Hindu doctrine.
Right.
That's ours. Reincarnation's ours.
Because they teach you might come back as an ant or a cow, you know, or
that's a big
tiger.
Right. That's a demon.
That's scary.
That's
why
yeah.
would you wanna,
right. That's confusion. You know, because it tells you, you know, man of the flesh of men.
Right.
You can't have the two.
That's a cut.
Yep, that's a cut. But let's get that Matthew 16 real quick.
Matthew 16 and verse 14. And they say, some say that thou art John the Baptist, some Elias, and others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets.
What is a Christian? You see the dude, Elder Pastor Hart did the video, 11 questions. Well, we got 332 questions for a Christian. You want to come up with 11. We got, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot to ask you. Because Christianity ain't do shit but further me into destruction. Christianity ain't got, one question, what does Christianity say about racism? What can you tell me? You know, Christianity is an offense and it's a created stumbling block. It's nothing more than a doctrine through Esau's supremacy, man. Keep going.
He said unto them, well, whom say ye that I am? And Simon Peter said,
so they got a saying, if people talking about you, then you ask that person, well, why were they so comfortable to say it around you? You know what I mean? So Yahawashi like, well, who'd you say I am then? You heard them saying that, well, what'd you say? You know, you ever had that? Like, you dealing with your woman, well, what'd you do?
Right.
What'd you do then? You know, you got to check him. So he checking him. So who'd you say I was? Right? He's reading the spirit. Watch. Keep going.
And Simon Peter answered and said, thou art the anointed.
The same Simon who said what? We found him. See? So he was engrafted with great faith. Read that again.
And Simon Peter answered and said, thou art the anointed, the Son of the living power.
Woo! Keep going.
And Yahawashi answered and said unto him, blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood had not revealed it unto thee.
Why? John 3:27, a man can receive nothing except be sent from above. Keep going.
But my Father which is in heaven.
See? Keep going.
And I also say unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock.
Upon this what?
Upon this rock.
Upon this rock, this foundation.
I will build my church.
See?
And the gates of hell shall not prevail against it.
That's a bar. The gates of hell shall not prevail. Even Nas did that. It ain't hard to tell. You see? That's all us, man. So we have the foundation. And like any building, you would need what? You need to lay a foundation down. Like when I did construction, I'll tell you one example, which you brothers already know. But one example, I was we had to cut out this piece of land to bring in a generator. But this generator was like the size like like a bus. So what we had to do is first we had to dig out, then we had to take a leveler. It's like a thing that pats down. We had to pat that down, right? Then we had to put all these what the hell they call it? The rebar. We had to put rebar down, and then we had to pour the concrete and level it for a foundation to put this heavy ass generator on. So you can't just throw something, you gotta be on something. And now that rock, Cephas, I believe, the stone, now it's what? The wisdom and knowledge. Now that's what we stand on. That proves you gotta, this knowledge will make you flint. You know? These people have no idea what's about to hit, man. You know? You got it.
This is Matthew chapter 7, verse 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock.
Woo!
And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock.
See? That's what, hey, and even Apostle Paul went into that. He said the time of judgment come where every man's work, some was wood, some was hay, some was stubble. A lot of these motherfuckers gonna get burnt up like those staffs they holding, man. Because you know what I'm saying? Y'all being held up on some carnal staff.
No, they stabbed it in butt.
They stabbed it in butt. That's the spirit. Ain't no almonds coming from there. We ain't those regular brews, okay? And that's the Lord. This ain't us. The YAHAWASHI. It's the Lord that gives the increase, man. You got a lot of these other camps. They're deifying them. The Most High gonna take these niggas out. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Keep going.
It says, and every one that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not. So like I got. Matthew 7:25. And the rain descended, and the floods came.
And what's the rain? Being visited by the Lord, right? You should be visited by the Lord. And what's it representing? Hard time. When it rains, people ain't walking slow. They're running, trying to find shelter. It's grievous. So in a grievous situation, we're going to see really how you built, which makes me think of what? Mark 4. Some fell on good ground, stony ground, thorns. You see? When you can call yourself an Israelite all day, bang a staff and say Khan, but in a time of temptation, tribulation, and trouble, we're going to really see where you at. Well, that's the time coming.
They wear those fringes, but the fringes go back to keeping the commandments. And one of the commandments to have faith. You know?
Right.
It says, Matthew 7:25, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew.
Hey, there was a time where rain didn't come. It was due. So that's judgment. The Lord sent rain for judgment. Tell your Christian church that. Why does it rain? They can't tell you. Why does it rain? You see, the Bible tells us why it rains. It was judgment. The Lord brought rain for judgment. That's heavy, man. You know?
And the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock.
It was founded upon a rock.
I was going to say too, you know, the Lord sent the bow in the heavens, you know, not just for he going to flood the earth again, but also for a memorial on what he did. You know?
Right. So that's why I like to say these. You know why you wearing fringes?
Right.
It's for what he did.
Yeah.
You want to know why there's a rainbow? Because of what he did. Man's death.
I was shocked.
It was literally considered the first death. The first death over the whole earth. That's heavy, man. That's not nothing to take light. Which, that also cuts Christianity. It says he changes not. So he took the world out before. He can't take it out again and preserve a small remnant. What's wrong with you, man? See, people are comfortable with lies and they get uncomfortable with truth. You yeah. Man, screw smooth things. You know? You brothers been to the gym, you work hard. Ain't nothing smooth coming from a smooth workout. You ain't gonna see change in a smooth workout. No pain, no gain, baby. Keep going.
It says, and every one that hears these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it.
Be doers of the word and not hearers only. You know? My chick said it in Sister Act. If you want to be somebody, you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. You know? You got something?
Second Ezra 16 and verse I'll start at verse 71. Second Ezra 16 and 71. It says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
This is a futuristic event. Okay? This is a futuristic event that's about to take place. And you need to ask yourself, why are they going to be like madmen? Because of the propaganda that Esau's pushing. He's going to do something through the Spirit that's going to mold people's minds to want to mow you down, to want to kill you. You know, you're this, you're that. You know, I can't say it because it may be misinformation in the field of the medical industry.
Right.
The physician of no value telling you.
That's right.
Hey, they hit this brother like 3. Hey, it's the famine.
You know that's the spirit you said that because that hit me like that's like a proving up to us. Like, man, am I gonna get discouraged?
You're right.
I'm gonna make another chance.
Yep.
I'm gonna make another chance.
Yep.
I'm gonna make another chance.
Yep.
Right.
And I guarantee they're gonna start hitting brothers videos from Chariots too, man. They blocked mine.
Yeah. Well, Chariots are real, and they're here. They're here now.
Yep.
Okay? How you like that?
And your government know about it.
They've been knew about
They've
it.
been about since the 50s.
Hey, they got
Flocky, can you look up the Black Swan event?
Yeah.
You brothers familiar with that?
with DC. Yeah, let's go into it. If you want to go into it.
Like Swan.
Hey, it happened.
Black Swan event.
The Lord had chariots hang over. Was it the Capitol?
Yep.
The Capitol building. Guess what time? 11:44. Guess how many there were? 7. 7 of them at 11:44 at night. Come on, man. We living in beautiful times. You know, we live in a beautiful time. Hey, I didn't know chariots were in the Bible. You know? Yeah, DC event.
Something like that.
I was gonna say also too the reason why I know the reason why they took that video because the dude was going into the characteristics of what he was actually seeing. He was going into the speed, what the chariot was doing. He was going into fine details on what those ships were doing as they seen.
So he was like Ezekiel in the first chapter. And then he said he clocked the chariot hit the water at 103.
Splash.
Yo, when you go fast enough, the water's like concrete. You know what I'm saying? If you fall far enough, when you hit that water, it's like hitting ground.
If you know, like
Right.
pierce it,
Right.
you hit it flat,
You're right.
break
Through.
your back, your whole body,
Yep.
your whole skeleton can break.
Yep. You got it?
Yeah, but you know about DC.
No, I just put
right.
yeah, Washington DC. Let me see. Nah.
Yeah.
Lucky, you could
It's
I got the definition though. All right, this is the meaning of the term black swan off the Investopedia.com, and it says, "What is a black swan?" It says a black swan is an unpredictable event that is beyond what is normally expected of a situation and has potentially severe consequences.
Right, and that's the second Exodus, which is gonna be by the UFOs. You know?
And it says,
Yeah, let me read this real quick. It says 1952 Washington Dc Ufo Incident, and then you can go on Amazon. It's called Invasion Washington UFOs over the Capitol.
Right, which is known as a Black Swan event.
Right.
it says,
It says 1952 Washington DC UFO Incident, which reads the UFO incident, also known as the Washington Flap, the Washington National Airport sighting, or the invasion of Washington, was a series of unidentified flying object reports from July 12th to July 29th. Oh, when they came out a movie, Independence Day, which Independence Day is in what month? July.
yep, 94.
And it says the most publicized sighting took place on July 19th through the 20th. UFO historian.
Yeah.
UFO historian Curtis Peebles called the incident the climax of the 1952. Never before or after did Project Blue Book and the Air Force undergo such a tidal wave of UFO reports. See?
And now it's higher now. You know?
Yeah.
Now it's a lot more.
Yeah.
Unidentified aerial phenomena.
Yep.
You want to say something? This is Psalms 104 and verse 3. Who led the beams of his chambers and the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind.
See? And what did it say in the wilderness? It was a pillar of cloud by day, or it was a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night.
Always over us. Guiding us.
Yep.
Directing us.
And guess what? We're going to have chariots over us in the kingdom to block us from the shade, from the rain. And why? Because as it says in Ezekiel 1, the chariots are spiritually connected.
Yep.
You know? Is that it? All right. Yep. Keep them coming.
68, 17. back in the meaning of the word, of the term black swan, it says, black swan events are characterized by their extreme rarity, severe impact, and the widespread insistence they were obvious in hindsight.
What the hell is this, Juneteenth or something?
Yeah, they got a barbecue and shit going on.
So fucking vain, man.
This the real song.
Right. Hey, through the spirit, we've been out here for years. And it's like your vain ass comes and goes, but interrupting, you know what I mean? That's why it says wisdom crieth without. We're crying out here, man. And like the brother, this is the real song. But you got some dumbass vain nigga playing Teeth Shame all day, man. Read them loud.
I want to make a point too.
Yeah.
Black says black swan events are characterized by their extreme rarity.
Hey, these Americans have no idea what's coming, man. You got a Bible at home and don't know what it's telling you. You got to repent. The Lord is coming, man. This is all a distraction. This is to distract you from salvation. Shit, man. Yo, Esau gonna get it the worst, man. Read that again, brother.
It says black swan events are characterized by their extreme rarity, and that word rarity, when you look it up on Google, it says.
Hey, so you know what was a black swan event? When the Lord revealed who Esau is.
Yeah.
That was a black swan event. When the Lord sent the Spirit to our elders and apostles, and they realized that Esau was Edom, that was a black swan event. That's rare.
Yeah.
That happened no place in the earth but right then. The things we're doing right now is rare, man. This is very rare. This is organic.
Right.
You see? Not GMOs, man. Christianity is GMOs. This truth is organic, man.
And the word rarity, it means the state or quality of being rare.
See?
And just like what's that Wisdom Psalm 5, the
Strangeness?
the strangeness of our salvation, that's gonna be rare. Because one time you see so-called productions, what, in movies.
Yep.
You know, but we're in the movie of YAHAWASHI.
Yep.
And it says a severe impact and the widespread insistence, they were obvious in hindsight.
Beautiful.
That was it.
All right, let's get some scriptures.
This is Psalms chapter 68 and verse 17. The chariots of Yahweh, YAHAWASHI, are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place.
Yep. And when did the Lord be among them in the holy place? When Israel wanted to see the Most High. So what did he do? He came down in thunder and in lightning, and he only took Moses, and what was it, Aaron, and the 70 elders. You know? Hey man, we living in some great times.
I was gonna say, you get verse 13. You get both the shot. I got you.
This is Psalms 68. Yeah, that's the water. That's what I was looking for.
That's the spirit.
Psalm 68, 13. Though you have lying among the pots, yet shall ye be as the wings of a dove covered with silver, and her feathers with yellow gold.
Oh, that reminds me of, was that Zechariah 5?
I got it right here.
That's the spirit. Yeah. Oh, 6.
Oh,
When
6.
it goes into the mountains and
Yeah.
because you had them weird dumbass, man, Jake's a piece of shit. You got a lot of our people that ain't right, bro. And you gotta call a spade, man. You know, hey, and some of the Lord don't fuck with all of his people. So don't look at me like I'm tripping. You got parents that they got something called the middle child. You know? Where do you think that spirit comes from? The father of spirits. So, you know, right? Well, fuck, man.
Jacob, Joseph.
Yeah. You know? Hey, man. But anyways, them weird bugged out ass Chirac demon time niggas, he was trying to say the chariots weren't made of like metallic metals and shit. Them, they're through.
That's not right.
The tried and fried. Them
what is
niggas.
it then?
Then what is it?
It's spiritual that it says silver and gold because more than chariots go to pick up.
Silver and gold.
You're right.
That's a beautiful point. That's a good point right there. Yeah.
Jewels.
Yeah.
You know, because the Satan shall be tried as gold in the fire, and then being brought through that fire.
Hey, well, what's that tell you then? It says, he that come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Why? Because you're being formed and treated as gold. And what do you do with gold? Like a hoe. What do you do with a hoe? Or what they say, see a bitch, smack a bitch. So you're going to be treated as you're being identified. So we're being identified as gold, brothers. So carry yourself as gold.
Right.
You know? In a humble, pristine manner, though. Gold here, not gold there. It's right here, man. That's where that gold's at, you know?
I got the etymology for metal because that's what we're going into. It's an undecomposable elementary substance.
Some men shall not taste death from dust, and that shit decomposes. You know?
Metal, an undecomposable substance having certain recognizable qualities.
Ooh!
Opacity.
Going into qualities?
Yeah.
Guess what you have to go through to see your qualities? A test. And what are we going through, brothers? A test.
Baptism, furnace.
Hey, test your might.
That's your metal.
The water. Test your metal. Keep going.
Opacity, being invisible. Conductivity, the element.
Yup. Your
Plasticity.
What is it?
Plasticity. You know how certain things can't go through plastic?
Right.
Like that outer shell?
Right.
High specific gravity. Just going into the
Yeah, it's
so
spiritual.
if it's not that, how
Right.
can it not be?
Right.
Even in the definition of,
Right.
of itself.
It's spiritual.
Yep.
That's very spiritual. What's that? You got more?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll read it again. Psalm 68:13. Though you have been lying among the pots, yet shall you be as the wings of a dove.
Yeah, lying among the pots. What? Captivity.
Yep.
Because those Ham, they got cursed for fetching water and wood. What you put water in? A pot. What you do with a pot? You cook. A king don't cook for himself. A servant cooks. That's how we've been. That's all Jake know, man.
Right into your home.
Yeah, man. You know?
It says,
Hey, we're a slave to YAHAWASHI, not this place. You know?
it says, though you have been lying among the pots, like us being in that low state,
Yeah.
you shall be taken from that low state.
Yeah.
Yet shall you be as the wings of a dove, covered with silver, and the feathers with yellow gold.
Man.
That's talking about when they let go into those ships.
Right.
Covered with.
Yep.
Covered by the cherry.
Yep. Well, we should get Zechariah 6, then 5, and then we should also get, what's that, Isaiah 28? 26. Come into thy chambers. That's the salvation, baby. You got something, Rama?
I got it.
You got
To
it.
add on to
Yeah,
that.
please.
Psalms 91:4. He shall cover thee with his feathers,
Woo!
and under his wings shalt thou trust.
Woo!
His
Hey,
truth.
they say, hey, get under the wing. What my man say, Loaded Lux, get under the wing. You know, you go, hey man, that's what it's true. Get under the wing. Yeah, put in that work. But get under that wing. Hey, that's humility. Cause let your ass stand out here on your own and see what happens.
Right.
You know, all these IDEDEMP bitches. Remember that stuff? We're gonna see what your ass. We're gonna see what independent gets you. You know what America had to do to claim their independence? But now all you gotta do is post on Facebook you're independent. We're gonna see what independence gets your ass. But you got it, bro.
It says, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Ephesians, it says thy truth shall be thy shield. So we got two shields, faith and truth. We got two shields, man, and you need it. Because the wiles of the devil, hey man, it's like in 300. We got to fight in the shade. Why? Because there's so many arrows, man. But Marar and then Kratza.
This is Isaiah 31, verse 5. As birds flying, so will the Lord, YAHAWASHI of hosts, defend Jerusalem.
You know what's spiritual? It says, ask the beasts of the earth and they shall teach thee. The Lord is showing you it in a prophecy. Just how you see those birds coming, that's how I'm coming for you. In formation, man.
Formation.
Battle mode, battle ready, war ready, man. War's coming. Great war is coming. A war that they ain't gonna be able to win. They ain't getting their 3P, man. Now it's our time.
Right.
You've had your war, you've had your fun. Now it's time for righteousness to reign, man.
And you spoke enough too.
Yeah,
Time for his mouth to be shut.
straight up. And that's why it says his tongue shall fall out. And like
Right.
my man Dave Chappelle said, cash.
Right.
Shit, man. You got it, bro.
As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts, YAHAWASHI, defend Jerusalem.
Woo, defend. Didn't it say I'll fight against those that fought against Jerusalem?
Search and destroy mission.
The water. Keep going.
Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it.
The Passover, Jeremiah 16, it shall no longer be said, the Lord liveth that brought us up out of Egypt. You gonna get it, please? You want it? I could quote it, but you brothers know Jeremiah 16.
Yeah, we gotta get that.
Please. Hey, because we got a new Passover coming, baby. And it ain't gonna be the 52 annual Passover with General Yahara. Oh, that's a spirit. We're just talking about independence. We're gonna see all you single ladies be put to death. Because it says, how shall she be saved? Through faith and childbearing. So Beyonce's a demon. Beyonce's damn great Diana. Brakatah. If you literally seen Paul today, he'd be cursing the shit out of her ass. And that bitch got halitosis. She's a witch.
Yeah.
Beyonce? Yeah. Oh, speaking of blood, which the Lord's gonna get that nigga, you got the NLT chopper face nigga. He's so-called organic, he's got jars of blood in his fridge, man.
Oh, shit.
What are you doing with jars of blood? Hey, Levites had blood too. That was on the right hand. So you know what he's doing on the left. You know? Read that, bro.
I got one quick.
Yep.
This is Isaiah chapter 26.
That's a spell. All my single ladies, that's a spell, bro. The word music goes back to muse, which means to think.
Plays in your mind.
Yep.
Isaiah 26:20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers.
Oh, Revelations 18. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, what? Come up out of her. Come up out of her, man. You know? And that's what we doing, man. We getting ourselves ready to meet the bride, baby. The bridegroom, excuse me. Because we're the bride. You know?
Where you getting the definition, brother?
Yep. Parlor. Yep. Raised boom boom room.
Right, yep.
You know?
It says, come, my people, enter into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed.
And what's that indignation? A tidal wave of radiation.
Ash the teeth.
You know?
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. It's the definition for that specific chapter, Isaiah. It says chamber, room.
Read it out, Bubba Shaw.
Chamber, room, parlor, innermost or inward part within.
Woo! So the inward part of the chariots, man. The inward part of the chariots. And it's going to be strange how we get there. You got more, Rama?
I was going to say, back then, because we saw it throughout time, like in 2009, when brothers used to give that specific definition, they used to actually say flesh, blood, and
Yeah, and now it don't.
Now it don't.
That's why you got to eat this meal now, so at least you know how it tasted.
Right.
I know what it did say. You know, you gotta eat the food now, because when it gets cold, it gets gone. You know, it's just like in the wilderness, you gotta get enough, but if you don't, it molds. Remember the manna? It was molded, so the Lord did that. Y'all bust him outside. No, I had it out long enough. Just like with your video.